Welcome back to Everyman EDC, where we carry with purpose. Today I'm going to be breaking down a line of legitimate small knives that have a lot of potential. These are the knives that are going to fit in that fifth pocket, that coin pocket, that extra pocket in your jeans that some of us don't use, but for some of us, we value highly. That's the knives we're talking about, those tiny knives that have a huge impact. I love these tiny knives. They're great when you are wearing the jeans. You get to use that fifth pocket. Fits right in and keeps your main pockets empty and free for your other items. Or if you need to be able to go in dress pants and maybe that's the kind of office attire you need, these are going to work great in that office attire because they're smaller, they're lighter, they're all going to fit really well there. A fifth pocket knife gives you that capability without compromise. It allows you to do almost all the daily tasks you might need to do, and yet it doesn't take up a lot of room in those pockets. It's not going to clutter up and mess up the rest of your carry. For those of you who are minimalist, you may find that these knives are the only knife you need. For those of you who are maximalist EDCs, carriers, well then this might be the knife that's that secondary knife so that you have room for a bigger primary knife. These knives prove how much performance you can get from a small footprint. I'm going to go through these knives from the most expensive to least expensive. It's not that these are the best to worst knives, it's that I want to give you guys all an option for a knife that fits within your budget range. The first knife I'm going to talk about is the Fox Baby Core. You can get these anywhere from $100 all the way up to $275, depending on which variant you want and which handles you like best. The Baby Core gives you that small but real knife experience. The blade, it has a tall profile and it's got great edge for slicing. The handle gives you just enough room for that solid purchase. It's compact enough to completely vanish in a fifth pocket, but the cutting performance is closer to what you'd expect from a mid-size folder. If you like a knife that doesn't fight you for control, this one strikes a great balance. The second knife on my list is the MKM Asanzo. Now this is a knife that you can find anywhere from about $70 on the low end up to about $175 on some of the higher end ones. The MKM Asanzo's design makes a lot more sense once it's in your hand. It's compact, the thumb hole is easy to access, and the blade shape is generally useful for utility cuts, rope, packaging, and tougher materials. It's also one of the easiest knives in this lineup to retrieve from a small pocket thanks to that clip placement and the big thumb ramp. It's a tiny knife that feels ready for real tasks, not just easy ones. This is a knife that took me a little while to want to buy. I just didn't necessarily love the look of it at first. With that big backspacer hole, I guess this could be a lanyard hole, but it's huge. I just didn't know if I liked it, but once I started carrying it, I found that actually was really helpful for deployment, and so this is a knife that I strongly recommend. The next knife on my list is the Kizer Lieb. Now this is a knife that has been discontinued, so if you really like this one, you're going to want to find it soon. There's still lots of websites that have them listed, but you're starting to see a lot more websites have them listed as discontinued. The Kizer Lieb right now, you can still find it for around $80. It's a slim, modern, and incredibly easy to carry. It has a clean, straightforward design with smooth action and a lightweight profile that sits comfortably in that coin or fifth pocket. This is the polished option in the group, minimalist without losing capability. If you want a knife that disappears until the exact moment you need it, the Lieb does that extremely well. I also find the Kizer Lieb to be an extremely fidgety knife. The deployment on that T10 is just fun to flick open and closed. This is one of the knives that I actually gave to one of my nephews when he turned 16. It's a knife that he's been carrying for about 4 years now. He really enjoys it, still carries it daily. It's a knife that I enjoy and I carry regularly as well. The next knife on my list is probably the most popular knife in this tiny range, this fifth pocket range, and that is the Civivi Baby Banter. You can find the Civivi Baby Banter right around $60, and I'll leave links below for all of these knives. The Baby Banter is what happens, though, when you have a small knife that actually really respects those ergonomics. Even with the short blade and the tiny footprint, you still get that full, confident grip thanks to that finger choil and thoughtful handle shape, and they really did a great job on this finger choil. This knife is great for controlled cuts, package duty, and everyday tasks where you want precision without feeling like you're using a toy. It's simple, durable, and always ready. This knife is probably my favorite for those really precise cutting tasks that I like to do. It has such a thin blade stock that it just slices through just about anything you could want. Fifth knife on my list, and the cheapest of the group, coming in at only $40, is the CJRB Micah. The Micah brings a button lock to a very small footprint, which gives it excellent one-hand usability. It opens and closes effortlessly, and the blade is surprisingly slicey for something this compact. It's secure, it's reliable, it's extremely pocket-friendly. If you want modern convenience in the smallest practical package, the Micah checks all the boxes. I just went on Amazon right before I shot this video, and I actually saw the Micah right now is on Black Friday sales, as low as $32 for the pink handled versions. Now, the rest of them all looked like they were around $40, but if you like that pink, now's your time to buy. I wanted to mention two other knives that I didn't necessarily put on my list of top knives that I would recommend, but two knives that I really think are worth mentioning. The first one being the Spyderco Dragonfly. This is the true classic in the small knife world. It's ultralight, it's extremely ergonomic, and one of the most proven micro-EDC designs ever made. The other knife that didn't make my list is probably actually my favorite one to carry, and that's the Kizer Urban Bowie. The reason this knife didn't make my list is because it is discontinued and it is very hard to find at this point. If you ever do see one, grab it. Make sure you keep it. It does have a unique blade shape, a great feel, and a ton of personality in a tiny package. I have to be honest, I took too long to buy this knife because I thought, what do I need a mini Bowie knife for? But once I got it, I realized, man, I can use this knife for a lot of things. It really is my favorite, but again, harder to find. These blades prove that a small knife doesn't mean a weak knife. It means a smart knife, one that you can carry with you all the time, no matter what you're doing. Whether it's an extra knife to have with you as a backup, or if it's your primary knife, either way, it's going to do all of your daily tasks that you need to complete on a regular basis. The great thing about these small knives is you can carry them and keep them, and if you have that jeans on that day and keep it in your fifth pocket, it keeps the rest of your pockets clean and empty, and for your other items that you want to carry with yourself on a daily basis. Drop a comment below and tell me which tiny knife is your go-to knife to carry. And if you enjoyed this content and you want more EDC purpose-driven content, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Carry smart and carry with purpose.